And everybody I go by the name is just Mr. Boys in the building. It is after 17, and yes, it is what I'm talking about today. Real quick, I have familiar faces in the building. I have my brothers in the building. Yeah. In the blue and red corner. I have my two brothers. Way back we used to sit at the Kalonche. But now we're sitting on tables. In fact, no, I don't. On this show, I don't introduce people. I'll let my people to introduce themselves. In the blue corner, my brother. Let him know.
Lottie Kwabe.
Commander, Mr. Bubu Lottie.
Yeah.
All right, in the red corner.
This is Bubu in the building, straight out of Fashion Police Zambia. You should be.
So I'm going to tell Bubu the beans. And let's go into it because I'm really curious about these conversations. My research team did the most on today's topic, so I know elders in the building. Back then, let me do something strange. I always ask questions. Elders.
Not shoot
a signal. So after 17 is known for conversation that will last a test of time. Like at the end of the day, there's someone out there who would like to sit exactly where you are. And there's a journey you have actually walked in, and by this journey it's social media influence. I feel like there's no one in Zambia who goes way back like you have gone when it comes to social media. I remember those days having quite a number of influencers, unless I'm wrong. Majority it was just more musician, but from the time I remember at school when you chose, in fact, these two people, if you don't know these two people, Lottie, maybe you can actually give them a backstory on how Bubu Gaga came out of the mask of Fashion Police Zambia to the Bubu Gaga people know today.
It's the roller coaster.
Imagine that day if you just said, we don't get you so. The story could have been different.
Quite a mad debate. Should we put the face behind it? Should we what?
Can we put so the backstory was he had the biggest page ever, but no one knew the face behind.
Not even myself. I remember I was seated in class. I was seated in class. He was on the other side of the class. I received a follow on Instagram. Fashion Police Zambia. I said I'm checking my feed. I'm like, let me check. Is there anything fashionable for them to be following me? I even showed them like Fashion Police Zambia following me. I don't know what this page is about. But
But how has your story changed from the time you reviewed your face and before? Maybe just if someone is out there about to become an influencer, what would you say has really changed about you from the time you reviewed who the person behind the page is?
I think it's been crazy, but it's been very beneficial for me. Of course, quite the cafes kamoka kwebati. Quite a page, but to question. So I every person. Quite a page, but to question. I have to be incognito. No, for your own security, Shan. But you know, if you've got a vision and you understand what you're trying to achieve, you know, me, I overlooked you say hate and all those comments because I knew what I wanted to achieve. And to be honest, it's been working. And
you know what? Something has crossed my mind. Since it's after 17, I'm saying it anyway. Elders in the building, sorry. There was a time, it was a public house. I'm pushing an artist. Is the latest. Now from artist, to Africa, we met elders. Now Adrian. Then Adrian was one of the most walk with a zip on my group. Like, no, you ukapisha.
As an artist.
In elders, then it used to be NE. After we reached Pa, I don't know what is that as a guy. Artist is chamu kwa hapo but Romgati. Akapisha umuntu you. I promise akapisha.
Yeah.
It seemed like a joke, huh?
Yeah.
But look how much of a big brand you became from that.
Yeah.
The music maposa kwa.
But yeah, of course, we've always had that dream in just doing the best we can. At least one day abantu bakatumone to you know, and it's just been God's grace at the end of the day.
True.
Let's saw this. So I check our music. Remember Inch? Email me. Yeah, this is the email. Send me the beat. But 2 GB.
Young Zimandola.
Pushing it.
But again, that's just a reminder that, you know, we just have to do what we have to do at the end of the day. And people will see, man.
Yeah, true. Yeah. And one aspect, again, we talked about having a bigger page and security, Lottie. Remember those days? Me, I feel like when there was someone in our circle who had security. I'll talk about Team Busy again. Maybe people don't really understand that Team Busy, I would say maybe it is one of the things that actually push the drive of maybe even becoming fashion police Zambia in future. Because Team Busy, this guy has brothers. Alikuwa tempeta. Alikuwa tembaza. And not imbaza alitosha kupanga haya. The brothers, the elder brothers by then. And talking about the elder brothers, there was a story back in the days. If you remember, like I don't know really what happened. Can you give us a backstory? What even made people from the Lusaka? I'm a big artist. Why we conquer that?
You know, we had some issues with these guys. I don't want to get into it. We're cool now, so I don't want to say much about it. But yeah, it was bad. But yeah, we're good. But
so shout out to Team Busy. Is Team Busy around though?
Yeah, so initially Team Busy was started by my brother and his friends from Lusaka. Yeah, they're one of the pioneers of the group. But for me, I loved the agenda behind it. Initially, it was like a charity organization, but they were promoting the hustle. You know, like you need to work hard, so they would have fundraising activities. And then I just said, you know, and it gave us a driving force to say at the end of the day, as young people, we have to keep getting busy and keep pushing Busy. And yeah, Team Busy is still alive. They've just been a little less active on the socials, but I believe they know what they're doing. But yeah, they're still alive.
And to you, Mr. Kwabiloti, because I know you as a person who loved your privacy. You know, like you're not a guy who likes you like being in the background, having the power, but not really being the guy in front of the camera. Like now you being close to a big brand like Bubu Gaga, how was your life felt like? Because many people, even now, people are like, German, can she? People don't really understand how way back you go with Bubu Gaga. Like how has that actually changed your life? Looking at, you have seen celebrities coming, but now having your boy becoming a celebrity, how has that impacted your life?
Interesting.
It feels the same still, because not one person that's let that celebrity status get to his head or have him change. It's still the same. We still go to your body pump and put to idea. Would still walking there drive through the same places we used to go to. So it hasn't really, I don't really feel any change because he hasn't changed. But with me it's just been the same.
When did you realize that which point did you be like, guys not pisha?
Serious.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not serious, when did
point
you realize
of realization?
Yeah, like I don't care guys not pisha. You which point would you say was that point for you?
It was hard for me to see because I was part of the pushers, right?
Okay, yeah.
Like when we were pushing, behind the scenes, shining, murenda moya pisa. event kaisa you have to go, you marketing.
Yeah.
Fashion shan yaisa mwayako.
Yeah.
There was another event that was, I remember there was one event we weren't even sure if we were going to make it that day, but there was an event by this place that used to be called Double Trouble, Kwali at Commander Grace.
Yeah. Photos, but guy go school.
So it was hard to see or have that point of realization, because time to you get. So it's, you don't really see at the point that where it changes. You just feel like doors keep opening, you get. So I feel that's why I still think of him the same, or I still see him the same, you know. To me it's still, his name Shapundeshna.
Even me, I was about to say, so should we address you the way we know you, or should we address you as what they know you?
I think at this point people know who's Bubu, you know, the real names. Yeah, so I even say if I don't
money.
So like talking about like your brand as well, I would like to ask a question, like looking at now, many people have created brands as well. Back in the days, there were very few people who owned brands and they had influence, but looking at Zambia now, a lot of people have popped up. I won't say many names because not marketing, sponsor the show, that will market you. Yeah, but how is Fashion Police Zambia surviving for so long? Because it's one of the longest brand I've seen in Zambia. Like, how are you surviving until now? How are you and your team, how are you managing?
You know, like I said, when you know what you're trying to achieve, you know, it just gives you that driving force to be consistent. Yeah, these other guys that are jumping on the business, some industry, or maybe my blogs and whatnot, most of them just have that idea to say, oh, you can do paid ads or something, and that's just their focus. So it's hard for them to even understand how the business works. You know, sometimes if you want to succeed in a business, you have to put the business first before you think of the money. And once you position yourself, you know, once you get the right direction, just like that, you know. And then now, I think it's just discipline, working with the right people, and just having people like you guys who supported ever since. You know, and you've got your laws, you've got friends that call you, oh, Ivuka, let's go, you know. And because I remember one time we were meeting, I don't know if Alice Rowlands remembers that incident. She was having some auditions in Dollar, and I was meeting her for the first time at the Urban Hotel. No, we had to, you know, we sacrificed. We even had to walk from one point to another just to make sure we see her. So Montunga Azam to say, look, this is what we used to do to reach here. You know, so even right now, sometimes when I look back, I just thank God to say, indeed, while there's a will, there's a way. You know, so yeah.
And you know, again, talking about the past again, I would like people to actually maybe you engage them in this topic as well.
Yeah.
Maybe other people don't have no idea how much you are big on school. Because all this friendship, I would say, it came from the point of view meeting at uni.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so like, how would you relate being a celebrity and education?
I think it's, in fact, going back to the question that you asked him to say, at what point do you realize that now
that would be
one time not to Kalapansa Musculo. I'm streaming live. Hello fan some Porsche Musculo Muliamuine. You know, things like that. But yeah, it's been amazing, you know. It's been, at the end of the day, you need some educational background, have some accomplishments there just for you to incorporate yourselves in such a way. It's good that very important. You just can't pursue it without having some, cardio scrum system. So it's been good, you know, and also we've grown up in a culture where you just have to get educated. So in as much as we are pushing, to some extent school also play a role, and it's been good, you know. So for example, when the business started getting money, you know, start getting some revenue. School had to come in to understand how you're going to, allocate the resources, how you can invest in this. So it's been helpful, to be honest.
And at some point we saw Bubu traveling a lot. Dubai, would we say Fashion Police Zambia made Bubu Gaga travel, or it's just maybe personal businesses and?
I would say God through Fashion Police Zambia. Yeah. I always put God first. Guys, for me, I always talk about God because I know He's been the reason for everything. And yes, the first time I ever got on a plane was through Fashion Police Zambia. When I had quite chill lot of post. And many people know this story. And shout out to you, Prophetess Naise. She just hit me up one time. You posted me, I'm trending. Actually, as a token of appreciation, I'll get you this flight, all paid for expense, everything done.
That's why you're talking about her.
Just a picture, just one post picture for na bande our hand quad. And I couldn't believe, and I remember receiving a text from her directly because she reached out to my team. Now this is an Ashmana phone. I'm a phone guy, so my admins are calling. Hey, flight tonight, little. Serious? Checking her. I thought this is a scam. Texted back. She called me. Oh, if you're not serious, come on, not pushing out a passport. From there, everything was facilitated, and ever since,
I'm back up.
back.
All right. This is the point in time we like talking about something really special. I talk about Mocha Mocha. The name too nice. You have to say it twice. Mocha Mocha is the official sponsor of Up to 17 podcast, and shout out to them because talk about the people who are making. Mocha Mocha is in your tower. This is the place you have to be at. Because
when I came, I was really impressed. It's got a peaceful vibe,
Mr. Lottie, talking about brands, traveling, what people don't really understand about you is like you have been part of many people's stories. Things like even Uwomi, the bigger brands that are out there, and you have been part of the stories. What would you say is one compliment or one component about you? Yeah, like all the people are getting successful. You're part of the reason, like somewhere, even you. Like, what would you say is one thing about you that makes you special, that you have, that contributes to these people around you that make it?
I don't think I can put a finger on it, but I just feel like God places us in people's lives for different reasons, and I feel like that's a grace that God has put in me, and His hand in me is just to be that helping hand to people, push people, and just
almost that I've known my brother for a long time, but there's this one point that surprised me, but I won't talk about it on the show today. Alright, with this said, elders in the building, please, if you have the questions for the panel today, what questions here?
Now I'm curious. What's
exactly Bubu, do you have any ideas?
I've left the chat.
Maybe I should talk about it. So, me, I've known Mr. Kwamelot for a longest time. He's always that guy who's he's always advising you about love. Bro, you treat her like this. So yeah. But them guys start to love monopo. And boom, bro, meet my.
Okay, yeah, we're moving forward.
See, you brought me back. Any questions?
Thank you. Bubu Gaga, what's the most challenging part of being an influencer?
When the business is very slow and people are hating on you. Zambians have got hate. So I'm depressed, so I'm going to myself. Ngani time ya COVID, ni quarantine, and now you coming up. But you just have to be strong.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like, especially the period that I exposed myself, I went through some rough path. And I feel like just being in this industry, as long as you're an influencer, worldwide, it's not just Zambia, everywhere, you always have critics. And that's been the fuel anyway, so it's a bitter-sweet thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you handle negative comments or criticism as an influencer?
I just call my boys toasts. Thank God. Move past it.
And you know what I just realized that? My pastor is a fan of the show. So pastor, but toast to you. Ishpango sa toast now.
Toast bread. Toast bread. You know, a toast bread. Not toast now, a toast bread.
Any other questions audience around?
Mr. Lottie, how do you measure success as an influencer?
That's quite hard.
I love the questions that have from you.
That's the thing.
It's quite hard one for me to answer because I'm not really in the public eye like that. I'm more in the... In as much as I'm around quite a number of influencers, I'm more in the background. And I think how I would measure success is more by the impact being made by what they are calling the influence. So yeah, it's impact based. If you have no impact, I don't think you can consider yourself a successful influencer. But if you're making an impact, especially a positive impact, then indeed you are a successful influencer.
Okay, so what's your favorite type of content?
Mine.
Yes.
If you relatable content, real content that anyone will watch and feel some sense of relatability. Say, okay, I or someone I know is going through a similar thing or phase. So that's my favorite type of content, relatable content.
Okay.
I like that one question. I'm talking about content. Do you
You're
Bubu?
making me think, Wash.
And to you, Bubu, I feel talking about content. I was talking to my sister some time back, and she was like, in news, I only believe it, Bubunga poster. You get like so.
Yeah.
Fashion Police Zambia hasn't only become a platform, but people, if they see it there, they believe it's true. How do you do it as a team to make sure everything you post? Because nowadays there's so much fake news.
Yeah, very true. I feel for that reason, I think that's also what has helped us still stay relevant. Because even from the time we're starting, Fashion Police, our goal was to just never feed people beans. No lies, no fake stories. We have to make sure we've got authentic stories, authentic information, fact check. And of course, no one wants to find themselves in issues with the law,
Nowadays, how is it about cyber?
Nah, the thing about me is I love reading a lot, so this is why we're still up. There are people that have opened blogs or influencers that have found themselves in trouble because of ignorance. But it's important, guys. Let's read this little document. It's kind of very important. People are going to jail just over ignorant things. So, yeah.
And one challenge people don't understand about Fashion Police, and I would like to ask you how you handled it. At some point, you had a page that grew so big.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, I don't know if it was hacked.
Yeah.
You had to start afresh, or it was. How did you overcome that, and how did you manage to still get more numbers than before?
That time, man, that's also one of my hardest times. You started a brand, you've put in so much work, you've sacrificed, you've seen it grow. Then Masakwata feka misunderstanding na admin I trust that. That was as I got back from and now I'm gonna say from up. So the page remained without an admin. So what happens is that when a page is in that position with Facebook, those days, it would remain like that for like 3 months, then it drops. So now I became a follower of my own page, So I'd go there to see what's going on. As a never poster. But that's how I lost my first page. Created another one, we had sanctions from Facebook, lost it. Then I just said, Appa, let me let me study the Facebook policies. Let me see what they want and what they don't like. And yeah, that helped me build the page. And right now, we've made 5 times more followers than we had lost earlier. So yeah.
And the last question I would like to ask you before I ask Mr. Lottie, before I even give you a platform to say you're after 17, is how do you manage to separate Bubu Gaga, who's now a big brand on his own, from Fashion Police Zambia?
So I feel like it's been hard to incorporate, or rather to segregate the two, because that is what Bubu AFPZ.
Yeah.
You know. So what we're actually doing is, I think, though I don't talk much about it, you're now going to see a more separated brand, because now at least I have a team that helps me manage the page. And then I want to focus on my own brand. I had to withdraw from, social media for a bit, just to craft, just to see how best I can, just to innovate rather. But now we are back. I think you see more of the Bubu Gaga brand since FPZ is already there. Yeah, so it's been hard because people would mix it, but now I think it's high time that we show people these are 2 different brands.
Because again, Fashion Police Zambia always goes with Ngati Bubu the beans.
Exactly.
So how are you going to manage to get that out of Fashion Police Zambia? Because when Fashion Police Zambia post, they say Ngati Bumbu the beans. But yeah.
So the thing is, for FPZ, it's like a media platform.
Yeah.
News, celebrity gossip, entertainment, and everything. So for this other Bubu Gaga brand, it's just my personal thing.
Yeah.
There are people that just want to know, what guys are potential besides this, And they'll just love to share that side of me. What do I do besides FZ? What do I do for fun? And those that are interested to know get to follow me through that brand. Yeah.
And to you, Mr. Lottie, is this the high time you now became the face? Or not behind the faces?
I think I'll forever be the face behind the face.
No drama.
No drama.
And before I tell them to say they are after 17, and what I mean by that is those words that have made you who you are, and you always fall back on those words, and you can tell someone out there that before you say those words, we have a game. In the last episode, I forgot to talk about it.
Oh, wow.
So we have B and we have A. So A, I'm going to tell you what it is. If you pick it, if you pick A, it's me giving you a challenge. If you pick B, they're giving you a challenge. And don't worry, I know you better. So the challenge I'll give you, it will be harder. So between A and B, which challenge are you guys going to get? A or B?
I think I'll go for A.
A? You go for?
Let's make it interesting. I'll go for B.
Okay. So B, everyone are going to throw the challenge for A. The challenge we are giving you, Bubu Gaga, is we always like people out there to be empowered and to get motivated to be in the journey you have been.
Yeah.
So my challenge is the first person to comment in our comment section. We want you to groom him or her
Consider it done.
to become something as great as you have.
That's interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I like
what
that.
happens if they don't have interest in becoming a blogger?
For them to comment, we're going to emphasize that for them to comment on that.
Watch this.
Yeah, that means they've watched the episode
Oh yeah.
and they would like to be groomed.
I think they have my support. That's very much doable. That's very much doable.
Perfect.
100%.
Now this challenge ya ukuyalikosa ko.
But ninja wallet.
But hey, why you don't think of? But anyway, it's after 17. Yes, it is.
Okay, the challenge is how do you grow your pages? I don't know if you're lying to us.
That's for me? Or for him?
Hang up and for you.
The funny thing, people think I've actually boosted my page. I've never boosted my page before.
No, I remember even the first one. Nothing.
Yeah,
really
I don't even know what page boosting is about. Once you have content, it will give you an audience. You won't even have to stress about boosting. Once you just have content, Lyrical content. Monama fans are conkensh. That's my favorite, you understand? So once you have the content, it will give you the numbers.
You can have the numbers without the content and people won't.
And you understand?
Yeah.
I feel that's the true engagement. I don't despise boosting. If it works for you, you can still do it. But for me, what's worked for me is more on the content side. Maybe I should try boosting and let's see how it
Chimona organic manure, right?
goes. Last. Think they have a marinated.
Since much poster comment and it was shared, anyway, who am I? I wasn't on B.
I'll give you the privilege.
I never move money. Now I'm idea. Back to Mutini Commander. So what we're gonna do is they're going to pay for the meal. The next people on the episode, in fact, the people will be sitting on this table next time. You pay for the meal, commanders. That's what we're not
We're not right now. Now we're not coming.
That's right. But the next episode,
don't let me come back again.
The meal, yeah, Varesha. Kangono, kuni treasure sana mubisana kangono. Treasure mubisana. All right. What is your after 17? What is your take? What is their takeaway from you that you always believe in?
I always say this whenever I go for interviews. In everything that you do, put God first. No matter how smart you are, no matter how hardworking you are, no matter how connected you think you are, without God you can't do it. So put God first, work hard. Yeah, before the hustle, Ponyako pray.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mr. Cook, it's your ground.
My after 17.
Yeah.
Honest work, patience and persistence. Self-explanatory. I'm going to give more details.
It's your after 17.
No, just honest work will always bring you peace. If you are so
Clean money.
Clean money, I should.
honest.
Honest,
The money can be, but if the work is honest, and honest work, patience and persistence. Don't expect things to happen overnight. As he was talking about growing pages as well, it's not like you could have here overnight, much.
Yeah.
There was patience and there was persistence. You just keep trying. One day, sooner or later, kapanga sense.
Before we even wrap it up, do you have any questions before we go? Elders, senior elders? Nothing? We good? And I go by the name is After 17. That means y'all see we are in the building and we are out before we go. This is Mocha Mocha. The name's too nice. You have to say it twice. You can't say but let's say Mocha Mocha, but this place is our official sponsor. And shout out to Mocha Mocha. And we out. I like the episode.